Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. In this video, we will dig into CORZ Scientific Incorporated's recent report to uncover the real story behind their financial performance. We might shed some light on how they are really doing, so stick around. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where we break down more filings and discuss them in real time. Alright, let's dive into what CORZ Scientific Incorporated is telling us with this latest update. This report is all about their financial results for the third quarter ending the 30th of September 2025. Think of it as a quick checkup on how the company is performing financially. This is CORZ Scientific Incorporated, a company that has been in the news quite a bit lately, especially concerning its operations in the digital asset space. They are incorporated in Delaware, and you might know their stock ticker symbol CORZ. Now, what is really interesting here are the securities they have registered. They have common stock, which is the usual ownership stake in a company, but they also have warrants. Warrants are like options that give holders the right to buy company stock at a certain price, and CORZ Scientific has a couple of different tranches of these, one with an exercise price of $6.81 per share and another at a much lower price of $0.01 per share. This tells us about potential future dilution of the stock if these warrants are exercised. For the common stock, the trading symbol is CORZ, and it is listed on the Nasdaq Global Select Market. The warrants with the $6.81 exercise price are also traded under the symbol CORZU on the same exchange. And then there are the CORZ warrants, which are exercisable at just 1 cent per share. This extremely low exercise price could signal that these warrants were issued under specific circumstances, perhaps related to restructuring or as an incentive, and they could become very valuable if the stock price rises significantly above that nominal price. The main reason for this filing is to share the financial results for the third fiscal quarter. They announced these results on the 24th of October 2025 through a press release. This is where we get the straight numbers on how the company has been doing. This press release, Exhibit 99.1, is crucial because it contains the detailed financial results. While the report itself gives us the summary, the press release usually breaks down the revenue, expenses, profits, and other key financial metrics for the quarter. It's like getting the executive summary directly from the company. So this filing incorporates by reference that press release, meaning we're meant to consider what is in that press release as part of this official filing. Now, let's put on our investor hats and look at what those numbers likely mean for CORZ Scientific. Usually in these types of reports, the most important section is the financial performance. While we don't have the full press release directly here, knowing that it is about third quarter results ending the 30th of September 2025, we can infer they are highlighting their operational earnings, profitability, and any significant changes in their financial standing. They would be reporting on revenue, which is the money they brought in from their business activities. They likely discuss their costs, like the expenses for running their data centers and mining operations, and then of course their net income or loss, which tells us if they made money or lost money. Considering CORZ Scientific's business, which is heavily involved in digital asset infrastructure and operations, the key performance indicators would likely relate to their hash rate, energy consumption, and the digital assets they produce. We would expect to see how efficiently they converted their energy and infrastructure into digital assets and ultimately into dollars. A strong performance would mean they are generating more revenue than their costs, showing good operational efficiency and a profitable business model. A weaker performance might indicate rising costs, lower digital asset prices, or issues with their infrastructure. The existence of those low-priced warrants, Colorado RZ, could also be a signal. If the market believes the company is struggling, the market might price these warrants very low. However, if the company is performing well and its stock price is expected to rise, these warrants could become incredibly valuable, and that is what investors watch closely. They are also providing an update on their common stock Colorado RZ and the different warrant types like CORZO and CORZ. This shows the different ways investors can participate in the company's future. Looking at this report through a Warren Buffett lens, we want to see consistent profitability, manageable debt, and a clear understanding of their competitive advantage. We'd ask, are they making more money than they spend? Is their revenue growing steadily? How are their margins? Are their operational costs under control, especially energy costs, which are critical for a company like CORZ Scientific? The exercise price of their warrants also tells a story. A higher exercise price for CORZU might mean the company believes it can significantly increase its stock value. The very low exercise price for CORZ might suggest a more speculative or compensatory aspect, which needs closer examination. Ultimately, the story here is about CORZ Scientific's ability to generate consistent profits in a volatile industry. The common stock is the core of the company, but those warrants represent potential future capital infusions or dilution, and their pricing and exercise terms are a key indicator of market sentiment and the company's projected growth. The inclusion of these specific warrant types suggests a structured approach to their capital and equity, which is something any investor would scrutinize. Signing off for the company here is Todd M. Dushin, who holds the important titles of Chief Legal Officer and Chief Administrative Officer. This means the legal and administrative side of things are being formally acknowledged and approved. Now, let's look at the bigger picture for CORZ Scientific. Based on this filing, the company is focused on communicating its financial results through official channels. The inclusion of different warrant types, Colorado, RZW, and CORZ, along with its common stock CORZ, indicates a multifaceted capital structure. The common stock represents direct ownership, while the warrants offer a potential path to acquiring more shares at set prices. This strategy can be used for fundraising or to incentivize stakeholders. However, it also introduces complexity and potential dilution for existing shareholders. One notable risk is the volatility of the digital asset market, which directly impacts CORZ Scientific's performance. If digital asset prices fall, their revenue and profitability could be significantly affected. On the other hand, if they can effectively manage their operational costs, especially energy, and the digital asset market rebounds, they could see substantial gains. The very low exercise price for the CORZ warrants might be a point of concern, as it could lead to significant dilution if exercised without a corresponding increase in the company's fundamental value. Their direction seems to be focused on leveraging their infrastructure in the digital asset space, but success hinges on market conditions and their ability to maintain efficient operations. Alright, that is our breakdown of CORZ Scientific's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think the different warrant structures are a positive or negative for shareholders? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for further discussion. Thanks for watching. See you next time.